Greetings, class of 2022. What a ride the last 4 years have been. When you arrived as freshmen, most of you anyway, did you have any idea that you were going to experience all that you have experienced in these last 4 years? Can I just say that you have never had one normal year of high school, not one normal experience. Your freshman year in 2019, there was a strike, like a major strike. Sophomore year, March of 2020, the whole world shut down, like literally. Junior year, last year, we tried to come back to school, but that was a bust. And this year, even though we were back to normal, it still was not normal. What is normal anyway? Collectively, we define normal as what we are used to, the same things we see regularly. Nothing in the past 4 years has been usual, typical, or routine, nothing. And speaking of not normal, class of 2022, I am impressed at how this amazing group of strangers who arrived at Alcott in September of 2018 is now leaving as a family. The dictionary defines family in multiple ways. The basic unit in society, traditionally consisting of two parents raising their children, a people or a group of peoples regarded as deriving from a common stock. My favorite definition, though, as a side note, is a unit of crime syndicate, such as the mafia, operating within a geographical area. Family, our Alcott family, as I've seen you all grow to become, is a group of people who are kind and kind to each other. If you've ever received a compliment from Drake Dorson, consider yourself lucky. His compliments are the best. Our Alcott family is honest and unapologetically honest. The other day I was covering for a class, covering classes for a teacher, and some seniors came in, all smiles and extremely late. And I said, "You all are extremely late." And the senior responded with, "Yeah, I know." And I said, "That ain't cute." And the senior responded with, No, it's not at all. It was the last week of senior year, so I let it ride. Another student earlier in the year hollered from across the hallway, "Oh my God, Moody, I love your shoes." Our Alcott family is also caring. When Tavon White found out that a former student was killed in a tragic accident, he checked in on his teachers. He told Miss Gonzalez that the students cared about her. Tavon also told Miss Iluski, "You know, the seniors are here for you." I don't know, man. You are resilient. You all have experienced a common and normal rite of passage that is high school, but most definitely not in a normal journey. So, I watched a movie this past year, A Wrinkle in Time. The premise of the movie is that guardian angels find Meg and they help her find her dad who went missing. Oprah's character, one of the guardian angels, Mrs. Witch, says to Meg, the main character, "You see, this is what the it does, one person at a time until fear takes over. Fear turns to rage and rage leads to violence, and then there's a tipping point. If we do not act soon, darkness will fall across the universe. This it is our COVID." And if you haven't seen the movie, in a powerful scene at the end of the film lies the message. We deserve love, and we need to realize this for ourselves. And when we do, it is powerful. When we understand our value and our worth, we become less afraid and more courageous. We are less afraid of what people think of us. We are less absorbed with trying to be liked, and we are more apt to stand up for ourselves if we are not being treated well. This ability to stand up for ourselves and protect the universe is the Alcott College Prep graduating class of 2022. You all battered, bruised, discombobulated, but you're shaking it off and setting your sights straight. For example, there's an old saying, put your money where your mouth is. Our top 3 scholarship earners are Keyshawn Richards, who his teachers like to call him their little Yahoo. He earned $675,000 for scholarships for next year. Leslie Ariano Gutierrez, our Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year candidate, earned $756,000 in scholarship monies. And finally, our top scholarship earner is Shakaya Armour. She was awarded almost $1 million all on her own, $926,000. Can you believe that? Graduated almost a millionaire. So our class of 2022 total scholarship dollars earned was $13,578,000, which is an increase from the class of 2021 by over $2 million. All of this wonderful news couldn't be possible without the help of our wonderful faculty and staff supporting our students. Every year, we ask the graduating seniors to nominate an educator who has influenced their education here at Alcott. This year, we have some ties. Many teachers were nominated, and I want to mention Miss Hannah and Miss Hafley, who had the second most nominations from the seniors. The seniors said they put in so much effort to keep us in check with grades and college things. They had so much patience, and they never stopped believing in us. They took the time to sit with us individually and helped us in any way. They help us with college and everything we need to graduate, and overall have been really good at helping us all. And finally, we have a two-way tie for the Educator of the Year. Miss Castillo and Miss Elizabeth Gonzalez are our winners for Educator of the Year. One of the seniors said, Miss Castillo was always helping me in math and always told me that I am capable of doing it. This gave me motivation. She also taught me so much about adulting in senior seminar, which will help me in my future. Another senior said, Miss Gonzalez has been really inspirational throughout my high school career. She's really helped me develop not only my English skills, but as a person. All of you had a tough time, and you're all beautiful diamonds. Next, I would like to highlight a few of you. The Alcott College Prep High School's Principal Award is the award that goes to the senior who most exemplifies Alcott and her values. The simplest way I can categorize it is if we had to send one Alcott senior to another country to represent Alcott, who would that student be? Even though it's my award, I like to ask faculty and staff to nominate students just to make sure I'm on the right track. Before I announce this year's winner, I would like to mention the honorable mentions that faculty and staff sent me. Dr. Brake nominated some of the following folks and said, they've all gone above and beyond in being mature, tireless, selfless, positive and giving seniors that represent us very well, especially under the tough circumstances of this year. They made it happen, they made it fun, they made it Alcott. Missy Lusky nominated the following students. Tyon Kimbrell. He was nominated as the heart and happiness, the goodness of Alcott. Drake Dorson, a student who everyone gets along with and loves. He's open and ready to be your friend. Ray Kidoa, the most grounded student ever. He's friends with everyone because he is so reliable. Ray is her gauge of how the class is doing, how the school feels, and advice on next steps. He cares, Alcott style. Keyshawn Richards, he's ready to dive in and tackle anything. He's willing to seek out any teacher, staff member, or outside source. Keyshawn is emblematic of success. Jeremiah Lazardi, he was nominated by multiple teachers. Mr. Barrow said that he is an outstanding student in every respect. Conscientious, courteous, hardworking, and a leader, not usually one to impose himself on a situation, but he usually rises to the top and takes control when needed. But Jeremiah also has the emotional intelligence to stay in the background and allow others to come forward, even when he clearly understands what is required of the situation and could easily step forward to take charge. Amariana Herrera. Mr. Barrow said she's always a hardworking and conscientious student. Amariana has been an outstanding role model around the school, particularly since the return to full-time in-person learning. He noticed a significant change in her demeanor after we returned from our year of remote learning, when Amariana seemed to have become also a whole new person. Having to rely on herself much more during that isolating period led Amariana to believe in herself and allowed her to see for herself what her teachers have always known she is capable of. She is now one of those strong, confident, and independent seniors that underclassmen all look up to. This year, Amariana is in a leadership elective where part of her work will include mentoring freshmen in academic, social, and even emotional aspects of school. I cannot think of any other student at Alcott better suited for such a role. Maria Vasquez nominated Gianna Giamona, along with other adults, for this Principal's Award. Maria said, Gia is an exemplary student who is committed to her education and engagement in school. Gia has represented Alcott College Prep in various settings, including volleyball games and art exhibits, and her most recent being in the All-District Art Spring exhibition. Additionally, when I think about Alcott, I think about the characters she introduced us to in her writing, which were educated, free-thinking, and strong characters. This reminds me of Gia, someone who is not only all of the characteristics mentioned above, but also a determined and resilient individual. The class of 2022's winner of the Principal Award goes to Shakaya Armour. She models what it means to work hard for yourself and for your community. She's the mother of the senior class. She coordinated every senior event and made sure to include the voice of her peers in every decision. Shakaya holds herself to the highest standard possible. She will not allow anything else but an A, and a high percentage A at that. Shakaya also has such an unmistakably positive personality. Everyone, teachers and students alike, want to work with her and for her, including myself. So finally, in the words of Steve Jobs, here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of the rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify them, or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward, and while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do.
Good evening, families and friends of class of 2022. My name is Shakaya Armour, and I am honored to be your valedictorian. I am grateful for you all coming out to celebrate us moving into another significant chapter of our lives. I want to give a brief thanks to Dr. Moody and my special Alcott staff members. Thank you for welcoming us and providing us with a family-like environment. Not only have you helped us with school, you taught us how to cope with life and guided us to continue being successful in life. I understand that we weren't always the easiest people to deal with, but you never gave up on us, and we gladly appreciate it. To my mommy and godmom, your firstborn has outdone herself for the second time. 8th grade valedictorian, I went to high school and I did it again. I hope you both are as proud of me as I am of myself. Thank you both for getting me to this point in my life. College is going to be one challenging ride, but I know you will support and guide me through it all, just as you have done up to this point. To my classmates, I am so proud of you all. Throughout all the obstacles and tribulations, we have made it. Once we put our mind towards our goals, dreams, and the future we want, we can exceed in the things that the average person thinks they can't do. I challenge you, class of 2022, to know that there are no limits because there are no excuses. Going forward, realize you can do anything in life as long as you put your mind to it.
Ollie Ollie. Alma Alvarez. Angie Anaya. Leslie Ariano Gutierrez. Quetzali Ariano. Shakia Armour. Eddie Baena. Micah Bean, Jennifer Bustos, Antonio Candelaria Hernandez, Victor Celaya, Yordi Contreras, Mia Creighton, Zarmera Cuevas, Jaleel Davis, Drake Dorson, Raziel Echeverria, James Etchingham, Joseph Felix, Kevin Figueroa, Madison Garcia, Gianna Giamona, Hilary Gonzalez, Maya Harris, Zarin Hawthorne, Rafael Hernandez, Amariana Herrera, Jessica Huerta, Alba Istrafai, Jayla Jackson, Jocelyn Juarez, Tyan Kimbrell, Antonina Cudum, Isabel Lambert, Jeremiah Lazardi, Nathan Madden, Sierra McLean, Javreem Hoon, Skylar Montalvo, Veniza Osagueda, Christopher Pata, Enrique Perez, Gali Pineda, Henry Quintana, Raymond Kuroa, Tinia Raspier, Fatima Reynoso, Kazian Richard, Esmeralda Rios, Carlos Rodriguez, Joel Rodriguez, Victoria Raj, Wendy Ryan, Davian Singletary, JLYN Thomas, Joshua Valenzuela, Tavon White,
Greetings one and all, families and friends of Alcott College Prep. I thank you all for being in attendance today to bear witness to the graduation of the class of 2022. Here we shall celebrate our accomplishments personally and academically, as we ourselves have grown significantly over these past 4 years to make us who we are today. In the words of Marie Curie, you cannot hope to build a better world without improving the individuals. To that end, each of us must work for his own improvement and, at the same time, share a general responsibility for all humanity, our particular duty being to aid those to whom we think we can be most useful. It's because of the importance of our own improvements that we ought to celebrate them. For some, this ceremony is also a challenge to attain greater heights, and regardless of what futures we may independently pursue, we may all take the next step into our lives together. 4 years ago, each of us began our journey uncertain of what struggles we would inevitably face going forward. The first step into high school is often uncertain and wary. We got through the awkward beginnings and got to know one another, but our progress was interrupted not long after. The COVID-19 pandemic arrived suddenly, and we were made to adapt to a new lifestyle, or at least most of us were. Remote learning was a foreign concept to each of us, which we all had to learn from, or at least try to. And even as we attempted to return to normalcy this year, our experiences could not be exactly the same as it would have been otherwise. In spite of these struggles we've endured, we march on today in assistance of one another to claim our diplomas as the graduating class of 2022, and we will now have our effort acknowledged and awarded. I would be remiss if I did not also draw attention to the incredible support from the Alcott staff which made our development and growth possible. Every teacher is unique and offers their own methods of teaching, thus everything we learn feels different, outstanding, and meaningful. Even during remote learning, when we were all thrust into new settings with difficulties of its own, the Alcott team was always prepared to give us their very best, even if most of us had trouble reciprocating their efforts. I can say with confidence that everyone on staff at Alcott has contributed to facilitating student growth and nurturing our success, all while challenging us, pushing us to improve just as they know we can. Our lot crossing the stage is a testament to their success in enabling us to grow. To every individual that helped guide us forward this quadrennial, I would like to thank you on behalf of us all in the graduating senior class. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything, Alcott family.